Can you wait? Hi. You wait? Hi. That's right. Hi, folks. I wanted to just make a quick little video with Mr. Trout here so we can talk about this Netflix series that's coming out, Merpeople. It's coming out at the end of the month, and there's a few trailers out now. I shared about it earlier than I was supposed to because there was a little bit of a miscommunication and there was a Canadian trailer, so I thought that I had to go ahead to share things, and that was not the case, but it's okay, no problem. I did, however, indicate that I was in it, and it turns out that I'm not. I wanted to explain that a little bit, and I wanted to reach out for anybody else who thought they were in it and are also not in it now. So what happened was we went to California Mermaid Convention last year, and we interviewed with the amazing director, Cynthia Wade. She's known for Queer Eye, and then she also did this beautiful documentary series, Flag Makers, which is on Disney Plus. You can watch it there. And she did this Oscar-winning documentary about a lesbian couple where one of them was dying from cancer and wanted to leave her money to her partner. Bye. And couldn't. And then that got turned into a feature film with Elliot Page, pre-transition, and Juliana Moore, which was really amazing. So just even getting to meet Cynthia Wade and tell her my story was amazing. And here's a little Easter egg for you. The medication I take for the medication I take for endometriosis, Cynthia Wade directed an amazing commercial about it, raising awareness about endometriosis. So that was cool. So we filmed with her, and we did this 2-hour-long interview. Trout was with it for some of it, and then her team followed us while we did the parade and getting ready and everything, and they kind of focused on the mom aspect because Trout was so little back then, and it was really beautiful content. I'm trying to talk over him. He's trying to join in the vlog, guys. Yeah, so it was a really awesome experience. However, when we did it, I kind of wondered if we would make it to the end just because of our limited availability. I know that her crew followed a few people like Shay, and they went to a few events, and with us being on literally the other side of the continent. So California Mermaid Con is on one side of North America. Halifax is literally on the other side of North America. You can't get farther apart. So I kind of had this suspicion that we were getting filmed towards the end of all their filming. I knew it might be hard for them to come to Canada. And even though we had all this amazing content, I did say to Sean at the time, we might get cut just because they may not be able to make a story work with what they have of us. And sure enough, that is what happened, but the call actually came from Netflix. Netflix made the call to cut it. Cynthia and Scout Productions really, really, really wanted to keep Trout and I in it, and they actually personally FaceTimed with our family, which was really amazing of them to take the time to do that. They could have easily not done something, not told us, or they could have easily sent an email. But she personally called, and the whole crew was there, and they were like, look, we loved everything we filmed with you. We fought to keep it in. We tried recutting it a few times, but at the end of the day, Netflix has the final say, and we wanted to do 6 episodes, and they wanted 4. So that is just life. And I have done a lot of film and TV work, a lot. And for everything I've done, there's probably 5 things that just never end up for whatever reason getting to the end, and for every one that you see. So when you look at my IMDb page and you see one thing, there's probably 5 things that never got through. And it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of emotional labor, it's a lot of physical labor, and it's really hard, right? We've been all on non-disclosure agreements, and now that the trailers that we're allowed to talk a bit more about our experiences, so it's hard to spend a whole year thinking oh, I'm going to be in this. And they thought we were going to be in it. They thought we were going to be in it right up until sort of like the final editing. So everyone was communicating with us like we were going to be in it, and we were getting so excited and we couldn't wait. And so you can imagine how embarrassed I was that I told friends and family, number one, I thought the trailer was out and it was only the Canadian. So I jumped the gun and told everybody I was in it, and then to find out I was not in it. They're very hopeful that there'll be a second season, and if that's the case, they're going to come to Canada, they're going to film with us here, they're going to do stuff, and they're going to use our old footage, and that would be amazing. I don't regret the experience. It was just a lot of work on our part. Like, we missed out on some stuff when we were in California because we were filming. And there was a assistant who was really wonderful and helped me take care of my son, but that was also a little hard for me at the time. So it's just hard to like have made these sacrifices and stuff and missed out on time with friends and, sunk our time and energy into this for it to not be used. But that is just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. A lot of people were cut from it. And I just want you to know that if you were cut like I was, it is not a reflection of you as a person, as a mermaid. It's not a reflection on your success. It doesn't mean that somebody who's in it is any better than you. It's literally just, unfortunately, so many of these things are a matter of time and place, and just... the Mers who were at Mermagicon, they were able to follow so many of them. And the Mers that were in California Con, that was more towards the end. And just everybody was so spread out. It was hard to follow more people and build a story. Netflix is very story driven. They want people to finish an episode and binge the next. They want them to go right to the next. So anyway, if you are in the boat with me where you're not sure you're in it or you're not in it, I just want you to know you're in good company. There's a lot of us who didn't make it, and I don't want you to feel bad. I will admit that I had a little cry about it. I was a little disappointed and embarrassed. Please don't eat your nail grinder. Oh my gosh. I did have a little cry, and it wasn't that I didn't take it personally because I knew that it wasn't just me. I just had a lot of bad news that week, so it was kind of a bummer to like have it on top of everything else. But like how many people get to FaceTime with an Oscar-winning director? I got to do that. That was lovely. So anyway, I just wanted to say that. The other thing is that for the production itself, many of us are very nervous about this coming out and what it is going to do for the Mer community. We're scared of it not making us look good or making us look salacious or dramatic or unsafe or weird. And Cynthia is aware of that. She told me that she knew people felt that way and that she doesn't do that kind of stuff. She's very big on being positive and making people look good and making people look professional, and that is her goal. So I still have a little bit of lingering fear because even when we are done in really great ways, you can't control media. So for instance, I had a viral article once that was really great, and then Fox News picked up one sentence from it and it went viral and it made me look weird. But in the end, I ended up being quoted on Stephen Colbert, so it kind of came around, so it was okay. They say no publicity is bad publicity. It's all good, but it's really not. When you're maybe when you're like a superstar Hollywood person you are, but when you're like a regular person, bad publicity can actually really impact your life. So, I understand why people are nervous, and I'm working really hard to have my faith in Cynthia. And it's unfortunate that there's so many people who weren't able to be included because there are so many amazing advocates and representatives in our industry who have been around forever that aren't in it. And it was just a matter of timing and scheduling or just not linking up or whatever. So that's too bad. However, some of the people that are in it are amazing. I am so excited to see Shay Monique and just see how she's representing us and representing fat mermaids and black mermaids. It's so wonderful. Blix and I don't really get along, but I'm still really happy for him, and I hope that he's portrayed in a really nice way because we need to see more black mermen, we need to see mermen, and we need to see more black merfolk. So I hope that his portrayal is really good. I don't go to Mermagicon, but I think it's important that people know we have conventions. I really love California Con, and I'm bummed that, it's not this big focus like Mermagicon is, and that doesn't mean that one is better than the other. It's just how it happened, right? So just remember when you're watching this that it is just the tip of the iceberg for our industry, and that there is so much more to it. And none of us have seen it. So if something is painted a little dramatic, try not to get pulled into that, okay? Try not to make snap judgments of people, because you're just seeing a split in time of their life and their mermaid community and their job. It doesn't mean it's totally representative of that person or everything they do or the industry as a whole, right? So I'm trying to just be really positive about this. It sucks having been cut. I'm totally nervous that we're going to look weird and people are going to judge us, but I'm soldiering on with my positivity, because this is like one of the biggest things to happen to our industry as a whole. And looking in the past, we've had a lot of viral stuff, and it's always negative. It's like, oh my God, kids are going to drown in mermaid tales. And this kid, who was left on her own without her parents watching her, almost drowned. And like, it's always like something negative like that. And I just don't want that for us. I want this to be this great positive experience. And it would be really amazing if it got to build into more seasons. Who knows, right? There's been some really great docu-series on Netflix, but then they had to go ahead and cancel like Mindhunter, which was like so good. So I don't know what they're thinking at Netflix. And right now there's a writer's strike going on that's impacting Netflix as well. So who knows what could happen. But so just to wrap this up, I just want to say congratulations to everyone who's in it. Just guard yourself, be careful. You're gonna find all of us are going to find the media more interested in mermaids now, and the people who are in it are going to really find themselves getting interested. And I know like the saying is that no publicity is bad publicity, but that's not really true. And so just please be careful if people are reaching out to you. Check their backgrounds, check their credentials, check what kind of media outlet they're working for. Like the Daily Mail, for instance, is not great. Tabloid stuff is not great. They tend to paint us as looking crazy. And you might think it's good, but then it could come back to bite you. So be choosy with who you give your time and energy to, and be considerate that it's reflecting all of us. And if you are like me and you got cut, or maybe you just didn't get an opportunity to be in it at all, you are still amazing. You are still valued. You are still a fantastic merfolk, and it is not a reflection on you as a person, as you as a professional. Don't let anybody bully you into thinking they're better than you because they were in the right time in the right place to get into this thing, okay? Don't let people make you feel bad. And to people who are in it, I really hope you don't do that. Like, please don't I'm just gonna curse because it's the only way I can say it. Please don't shit on anybody for not being in it. This is a wonderful, lucky thing for you, and part of it is your skill and your talent, but part of it is luck and being the right place in the right time. And just please recognize that, and don't pit people against each other. Just be proud of yourself and enjoy the moment, and let's use this as an opportunity to build the community up, okay? Like, this is a great opportunity, and if we all put our best fin forward, we can do that. So aside from that, I'm really excited to go to California Mermaid Convention, got my hair done, got my lashes done, got my nails done, and Trout is coming with us, and then I'm gonna see the Little Mermaid premiere. I'm so freaking excited for the Little Mermaid premiere. It's so awesome, and this video has already gone on long enough, but I do hope you'll watch it. I do hope you'll leave me some comments and tell me what you think, and I just hope that we can all be great about this. And check out the trailer. Really beautiful footage in it. There is this gorgeous slow-mo footage of Mertailor's Odyssey tale. It's just like, every time I see it, it makes me want to buy it. And there's like cute footage of like people's parents and stuff, and like, oh, it's so cute. So okay, positivity and love and kindness, okay? Let's go forward, and you are awesome and you rock. Best fish.